Ant-Man and Wasp began filming August 1st. Has a new logo. Says Ant-Man and Wasp. Red and white.
Check out the Horror, Philosophy, and Culture podcast, Scary Thoughts. Co-hosts Mark Cate and Chad Locke go over classic and auteur horror films, going deep while keeping the conversation light. You'll laugh, you'll learn, you'll spend more time than you ever imagined listening to two nerds talk about obscure ideas and weird films. To listen, go over to iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube, or wherever you receive your dark sermons from the cursed minds of the damned. Comically Gaming, episode 64. We got the whole crew today. Myself, Nate, Corey, Jeff. Dirk.
Dirk's forehead.
This week, we're going to do all the usual stuff. We're going to go over Star Wars news. We're going to talk some comics, all the news that came out this week. We're going to talk about some gaming news. We're going to end the show with the Comic Book Club this week featuring Secret Empire number 7. Without any further ado, how's everybody's week?
Oh, man.
Woo! Good week.
Dirk's not floating away. That's a good thing.
Let's let Dirk go first.
Yeah. I beat Hot Shots. We beat Hot Shots. My wife and I beat Hot Shots.
What's beat mean?
Means the credits rolled after we beat the last golfer.
Wow.
World Invitational, yep. Credits rolled. Now, there is a secret platinum level you get to after you beat the game with incredibly hard prerequisites on each hole. You have to do every single style of gauge on it to beat it. We beat 2 18s already, so we're on our way to beating platinum level. But yes,
end game content.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did it. We almost popped a bottle of champagne after we.
Yeah, how long you been at it?
Oh man, I don't want to disturb her. I think we started in October last year, I think.
Ooh, that's some dedication.
But it's every day. We play every day or every other day. Yeah. It's a marriage thing.
So goes without saying, can't wait for everybody's golf right around the corner.
What? I just hope we don't fly to it. I want to savor it, I don't want to fly to it too quick. But I think there's going to be a lot of content there to go through.
Yeah, and hopefully, my biggest hope is what's going to make or break it for me is going to be what's going on with the online content.
Yeah.
My dream for a golf game that never seems to happen, and I don't have high hopes for this one doing it, is to have where we can set up a league in a season where we don't all have to be on at the same time, where you can post your score at one point during the week, and then at the end of the week, that week closes, and it does everybody's strokes, and then you move on to the next week.
We have the technology.
Yes.
Sort of like Rally.
Yes. If they don't do that, I feel like we need to do our own thing on our website where we do that.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I mean?
will
Post
set that up.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
right. Roll with it.
Yeah.
I will do that.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
So what else?
There you
what
go.
else you got? Anything else? Or was that the whole
what did
week
I
doing
watch?
that?
Oh, we watched Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2. I hadn't seen it yet.
Oh, what'd you think?
Oh, we loved it.
It's awesome.
In some ways, I liked it a tiny bit better.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Me too.
Yeah. I just thought the comic lines were out of this world. No pun intended. But it was no, it was on fire. We were actually legit laughing the entire time. And it's hard to do.
Yeah.
For me.
I liked, no spoilers. I feel like I really enjoyed the battles where it was the team versus this gigantic thing. I felt like it felt more comic booky than any movie around. How they would these little teeny dudes flying and blasting at this insurmountable odds. You know what I mean? It was great.
Also, I'll end it on this. I read an interview with James Gunn where they talk about this Groot is not the same Groot. It's not like he just was reborn. He's got a different personality. So you see that anger coming through where he gets really mad. It's a completely different Groot. And I think we're going to be getting adolescent Groot. He said in the Infinity War.
Yeah, we are. He's in the poster.
Yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
yeah,
That's what you got. Read anything this
yeah.
week?
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to catch up on. Look, that Curse of Strahd is keeping me busy. Busy. There is a ton. I didn't think it was. I thought it was just one book. I'm like, oh, it'd be fine. No, it's like every chapter is just enough for like 4 or 5 sessions.
Right.
Wow.
Right. Gotcha.
Crazy.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
And I didn't float away. So there you go.
Let's see. I'm trying to. I did read that book, Ready Player One.
Oh yeah.
And that it's an awesome book.
Yeah. Huh?
It's
I wanna
like
do that.
oh man, I can't wait for the movie now. I'm
I
so
know.
stoked for the movie. If you go to the website, I don't know if you've gone to the website.
Not yet.
They have a website and for the movie, and it's just the scoreboard. That's all it shows.
Oh, nice.
So it's,
Nice.
It's
Is
pretty
it
cool.
empty or is it what it was at the end of the book?
No, it's empty,
Okay.
and then as it starts to fill up with something, and then it turns and it goes blank again.
I'll have to go check it out.
So, and I watched the trailer, and immediately from the trailer, I think they made the trailer just to excite people because I'm like, that wasn't in the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, I think it's really good. It's a shame that it's been 5 years since it came out, but I just barely read it. But Dirk, read it. Corey,
Yes.
read it.
Yeah, you guys both
Next
love
on my
it.
list.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You both love it. And it's a quick
It's-
read too.
It is quick read, and
Yeah,
and
sweet.
at first you'll read it and you'll like okay, and then you'll put it down. But once you start getting into the game,
Yes.
you can't put it down.
Yeah, I agree.
One because he's dirty and he'll end the chapter, and you're like, well, what
Right.
happened next? I got to figure it out. And I was playing Until Dawn a little bit. I have to balance between my son playing Super Mario Maker now because he got that for his birthday. He figured out how to install it. He's 5.
Nice.
Yeah,
It's good,
Nice.
isn't
he's
it?
playing that.
That's good too.
I
Wait,
haven't
forgot
played
you
it.
hate Mario. I don't know what your thoughts are about Mario Maker.
Good. Oh,
I've been at
get
work,
ragged.
so I don't know. I haven't even
gonna
had
get
a chance to
ragged
try it out.
all season.
Movies. I watched that movie, The Circle. I don't know if you guys saw it. The one with Emma Watson and Tom Hanks.
No,
It's actually pretty good.
That's Corey's
I like
girl.
Emma Watson. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
pretty good.
I'm a Watson fan.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hermione.
Eh.
And she loses her accent
So
for
it's-
the show. It actually has John Boyega, who plays
Okay.
Finn from.
Oh, I love John
Awake.
Boyega, man.
Sure.
He's
Yeah.
great.
Apparently, speaking of him, apparently Detroit is awesome too. That
Yeah,
we had like
Detroit.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. as
Oh,
well.
did it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd like to check that out.
He's killing it.
Yeah, but the circle is interesting because if you look at how it talks, how we're going, just society-wise, everyone's recording everything
Sure.
and posting
Oh.
and viewing it and
Imagine
streaming.
that.
Yeah, so
Because,
it's actually interesting.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of Black Mirror when everybody was kind of hot on that, and they have episodes where everybody's got a chip in their head that's constantly recording everything.
Oh,
And
yeah.
took it to some interesting places too, for sure.
Yeah.
Great series.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I still play EVE Online. We're in a massive war. I can't give details
Okay.
because spies, so I can't give details.
That's why EVE Online's awesome because of that.
Well, EVE Online. I don't know if you've ever watched like Control Alt Delete comics.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
He did one where you join a guild in like World of Warcraft. You're like, hey, you want to join my guild? And they're like, sure, come on over. EVE, it's like, okay, we need a blood test, your credit report, tax returns from the last 3 years, references, and then maybe we'll let you submit an application. It's pretty.
They have markets in there, like player-driven markets.
Actually, the main market hub of the game is called Jeddah, and because of a group moving north for a war that's really close to Jeddah, the market like got super inflated all of a sudden, just
Wow.
astronomical prices, and
Wow.
then they make markets crash, and it's all player driven. So
That's crazy.
and people will join a corporation and they'll get in good, they'll get keys to the kingdom, and they'll steal everything, all the money out of the wallet, drop corp, and
Nice.
so
Nice.
it's
Speaking
the game
of-
is engineered.
Hey, lifers want to play some stock in Ravenloft. Hit that broker, man.
You ready? Okay. All right.
Ravenloft is fun. And that's the other thing was doing Ravenloft. That was
Right.
a good time last night. So
Yeah, totally.
that's about it. Plus, I was in San Francisco, so
How was that?
it was awesome.
Yeah.
San Fran was fun.
Yeah.
I had a coworker actually take me to San Francisco and showed me around for like 3 hours and ended up paying like $60 in parking. That's crazy.
I love San
Yeah.
Francisco is one of my 3 favorite U.S. cities for sure. It's to me,
Yeah.
it's San Francisco, New York City, and New Orleans. I think Chicago comes in a close second to those 3.
Really?
Yeah, I just love I feel like those are the only cities in this country that have like a true culture to
Yeah.
them, where you can walk around and feel like you're in a place that's unique and special and was built at a time that it doesn't exist anymore. You know, I just
New
love
Orleans has
the
too much
feeling
culture.
of it. Yeah,
Yeah, San Francisco. I was nerding out on the architecture of San Francisco and just like you said, the melting pot, the actual melting
Yeah.
pot that
Yeah.
you see of just everybody and all the accents and just
yeah, for sure,
it's awesome.
for sure. All right, Corey, you're up.
All right. Did a lot. I've played a lot of fucking video games. So I beat Uncharted 4.
Nice.
Oh, I started Uncharted 1.
Did you?
Nice.
Yeah.
You're not done with it? It only takes like 7 hours.
I'm moving at snail's pace, but go ahead.
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
was
What's your score?
I mean, 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Really awesome. I mean, great. I mean, great ending to the series. We still got Lost Legacy coming up, but
22nd.
Yeah, 22nd. I mean, great story. The characters are great. After playing through 1, 2, and 3, and now playing with them through 4, it's like you know all of them.
What's the best one?
Seeing 4. Yeah.
Or is the best?
But yeah, I mean, no spoilers. Just the characters, what they're doing in life, and then just what brings them
The
back
end
together, and the end game, and yeah, just everything about it was really awesome. The graphics are phenomenal in it. I mean, it's probably the best thing I've seen on PS4.
Wow.
Really,
Yeah, the water
really good.
was. The water was.
Yeah, and then playing. Plus, I had the PS4 Pro enhanced, so even better. But really, really good. I mean, the gunfighting was way more realistic feeling, sounding like the guns sounded real when you're in gun battles and stuff. Like going from I played Tomb Raider after that, shooting like the AK and Tomb Raider or whatever is like pop, 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 pop. And in Uncharted it sounds like a real, like definitely more realistic. It's way more immersive. It sounded like they really recorded like real guns or something. I don't know. It's playing with
Nice.
headphones. It definitely, combat was sweet. I mean, they perfected all the. I just like how you can choose stealth or just go in there guns blazing. Either way, works if you do it good.
Awesome.
It was really great.
Sweet.
So loved it. Then after Uncharted, I beat Walking Dead: New Frontier, Telltale.
Ew.
So that was 3rd in the series.
I gotta start asking you. Like, I played a little bit of it, and I got a couple questions to ask about what you did versus what I did at the very beginning of that game.
Okay.
So offline.
All right. But yeah, that was awesome. Obviously, I mean, mild spoilers. If you look at anything about the game, you're not playing as Clem, but she's in it though, obviously, and just watching her story progress, watching these new people's story, really good. Walking Dead, I played think the three most recent Telltale games were Borderlands, Batman, and then this Walking Dead. Borderlands was phenomenal. I wasn't too crazy about the Batman, but the Walking Dead's just as good as it has been. Really good. So ready for the next one. I think they said Clem's going to be the star of the next one. So
It's supposed to be the last one, also.
is it?
Yeah, they said it's the final season.
Nice.
Yep.
So yeah, that was awesome. From there, I went to Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, beat that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good too.
Yeah.
Not as going from Uncharted to that. Very similar games.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tomb Raider is a little different. It has more open world aspects to it, and leveling up, and collecting different gear, and more side quests and stuff. Whereas Uncharted's just the main story.
Straight on. Yeah.
But really good. Just as good as the first one. I thought the story wasn't as great. I'm not as attached to the characters as Uncharted, but still a really good game. I mean, once again, really good graphics.
Did you find it was short though? Did you find that Rise of the Tomb Raider was kind of short? I thought it was shorter than it should have been.
I thought it was pretty short. Yeah, I feel like I beat it in like 4 or 5 sessions.
Yeah, it didn't take very long.
So
I played that a bit this week too, maybe 2 hours. Like, I know it's not my turn, but I blew through a whole bunch of backlog games that I haven't had time for lately. That was one of them. That was I did not touch Uncharted 4 because I'm gonna go through that. I don't want to break that up at all. Tomb Raider I thought would be a game that I was trying to knock out all these games where I knew I don't have time for these games in my life. If I want to beat my favorite games, I'm not going to get to these. And Tomb Raider was the one where I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. And I'm definitely going to get to it at some point. Like, it's on my have to get to list. I just thought that opening 2 hours and just the way that they do quick time events, which in other games are totally boring, just like press the button when it pops up on the screen sort of thing. Like, man, I just love the action in that game,
Yeah.
And it's beautiful, man, really, really good looking. And then I just cannot say enough, that studio that made those last 2 Tomb Raider games is working on the Avengers right now. And it's going to be so awesome. I can't be happier with that pick of the studio.
Yeah, it's going to be so good.
Yeah. The way that they do the action and progress that story, is going to be perfect for an Avengers game. It's going to be great.
Speaking of, they got a rumor about the next Avengers team, but that's later.
All right. What else, Corey?
Oh, I skipped one. Before I beat The Walking Dead, I beat Horizon.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So that good. I talked to you about it, Nate. It's really great game. I don't think it's as good as everybody said it was. I give it an 8 out of 10 maybe. Really good game, but just the story, everybody was acting like there's a big mind-blowing turn when you find out why everything in the world is the way it is now, and I don't know, when I got to that point I was just like, oh, okay. So
it's one of those. It's like overhyped.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, that's it?
Yeah, I was like, okay, that was like one of the possibilities. I thought this would have happened, and and then everybody talks about the combat taking down the dinosaurs, how it's so awesome learning how to defeat everyone and use all your different weapons in your arsenal, and I just thought it was hard as fuck to take down every robot, and then I'd just be like struggling and dying and running and then eventually killing them and be like, damn, that was hard as fuck. And then that's how it was every time. Maybe I but great looking game, and plus the characters weren't that great in that. I mean, I wasn't attached to anyone in that. You know, and compared to a game like The Witcher, and you know, other games, it's didn't come close. I mean, Aloy was kind of cool, but
yeah, it's weird, man. You're definitely. When I listen to podcasts throughout the year, and they keep on going on like their Game of the Year watch, everybody is like, it's either that or Zelda.
Yeah,
is what everybody's saying. And
Horizon?
That's what I keep on hearing over and over again. And
I think Zelda.
Yeah, for me, like, if I have the same opinion as you, then it's Zelda with the bullet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I keep hearing over and over again. Yeah, the story. You're the only one that I've ever heard say,
I mean, it was a kind of cool story. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's post-apocalypse with robot dinosaurs. Like, you gotta imagine something crazy happened. And then once you figure it out, you're like, oh, okay, that's what happened. But right. I mean, that's how I was. I wasn't like, what?
A quick question: is the game worth buying?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. I definitely enjoyed playing it all the way through. It was a great game. Like I said, I give it an 8 out of 10. Really good game. Great game. Looked beautiful. Yeah. And the combat was hard, but it was fun. And all the different weapons and upgrades are cool. It was just I sound like I'm hating on it. I'm not. It's just got so hyped that people are acting like it's the best thing of all time, and I don't think it was that. I thought it was a really great game, but
is it comparable in size to like Skyrim or smaller?
I feel like it's a little smaller.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's probably close. It's been so long since I've walked around the world of Skyrim, but I feel like it's a little smaller. But yeah, good game. So yeah, and then moving ahead, after I beat Tomb Raider, played like 3 hours, got the new Resident Evil 7.
Biohazard, yeah.
Biohazard, yeah.
I got to do the VR one on that.
Yeah, definitely. The VR would be sweet on that.
Our VR specialist.
It made me wish I had a VR. I feel like it would be way more spooky. Like, it's definitely a scary game.
It is.
That's like it's the most scared I've been playing a video game in a long time.
Sold me.
I turn off all the lights and I try and make it scary. I turn off all the lights in my room and play with headphones and try and get close to the TV because it's in first person and
get Ravenloft.
But yeah, real scary. You know, the first person's cool, but it's just I just wasn't digging it that much, to be honest. I liked playing. I'll probably jump back and forth to it every once in a while and kind of chip away at it. Yeah. But not. I didn't want to keep playing it. I would get to the point where I'd run into get killed a few times and then just not really want to do it again.
Yeah, I gotta say, so that was another one of the games that I put a couple hours into. Like, I got past the opening, Corey, if you know what that is. So, I got to
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
I got to dinner, if you know what I'm saying.
And, you didn't get to dinner. Did you get past dinner?
I'm kind of stuck, to be honest.
Oh.
So, at that spot,
we could talk offline if you want some.
Yeah, we'll need to. But yeah, I felt like dead on with what you were saying is like atmosphere is pretty much unparalleled. You know, definitely some spots that funny because a lot of it kind of goes in parallel to the demo that they put out, but the scares are in different spots now. And whatnot. So they would surprise. Excuse me, they would surprise me. And
crazy ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, right. And some of the stuff that you expected kind of didn't happen until it did, and you know I don't know. I thought it was really good, but then I got to a point where classic Resident Evil, I'm like running from an enemy, stuck in these 4 rooms, can't find whatever the thing is that I need to find. The door's got, a symbol of something on it that I can't just stick a key and open it into, and it just...
No, that comes later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. But,
Yeah.
Just a little, I don't know, I feel like those are the parts of Resident Evil that they should have ditched. Like, my favorite Resident Evil, hands down, is Resident Evil 4.
Yeah.
And that was nonstop action.
Yeah.
Just go through the whole thing. And this is cooler because it is slower, because it makes it scarier for sure.
Yeah.
But it almost feels a little... I just hate when games...
I totally agree. That's where, where I'm running around rooms, looking all over, and you eventually get killed, and then have to run around rooms again, and then I want to look it up almost, but I'm like, no, I can figure this out.
Right.
And then it's
right.
And so
I'm just used to playing games this year like Persona and Zelda, greatest games of all time. You don't need to look up anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't want to have to look up anything.
You just play the game. And then, I feel like when I'm done, that's when I'm going to go look stuff up, and see what else there is, sort of thing. So, I don't know. Yeah. With you.
Yeah. And so then I bought Final Fantasy. That's the last thing I did.
15?
15, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
let me know, because I'm almost there.
It's
really good. Yeah.
Is it?
It's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the old days? Like,
does it feel like 10?
No.
No.
Better?
It's
just different.
Definitely different.
It's not like 8, is it? With the gun blades and...
8 was dope. 8 was my favorite one.
7?
Really?
7.
7.
It's 7, though.
7.
But no, it's definitely not like the older ones. But really good. I'm probably at least 5 hours into it or something, and I'm really enjoying it. There's trying not to go. I was talking to our buddy Wojo, and he said the same thing. I already was kind of assuming he said don't get stuck on trying to do every side quest because you'll wear yourself out, and I can see that because there's a lot of side quests and I want to do them all, and it progresses pretty slow if you try and do every side quest. So I want to try and not do everyone, but it's just so hard for me to see an open quest my level and not do it. So
yeah. Oh no, I know.
Like
trying to be methodical about it too.
I know I'll never come back to that level 6 quest when I'm level 20. So, but right now I get some XP from it. So why would I not do it? But really awesome so far. Really, really liking it. So
yes. So I got to throw in my 2 cents there too. That was another one of the games I played 2 hours of, and it was awesome. I thought it was really, really great. I know I don't have time for it. There's no way I'm going to beat that and Persona and Zelda.
No.
Period.
Not a Final Fantasy game. That's
right.
Nah.
Hours.
I hear it's 50 hours
days.
average.
Yeah, days.
It's not nearly as bad as Persona.
Yeah, Persona's way worse.
120 hours.
Yeah.
That sounds like Fallout 4 because I have 100 hours in Fallout 4.
Dude, me
Haven't
too.
beat
I
it?
don't know. I haven't gotten to the end.
I
I'm
beat
not
it
close.
way less than 100 hours.
Really?
I do every side quest, though. I just...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Every
but I
time
just-
you go back to town, and what's his name with his Aussie hat's like, hey, we need you to go and
Preston?
find a settlement.
Yeah. Just ignore Preston.
Preston Garvey.
Send him
Oh,
to
my
some
God.
settlement where you'll never see him. Yeah.
You gotta do it for the Minutemen, dude.
That's right. But yeah, so bring it back to Final Fantasy. I just felt like it was great. I felt like the key to it being great to me was the weirdness. Just it's weird in a way that only JRPGs are. That was just awesome. Like I can't believe that in 2017 the game companies are still greenlighting that level of weirdness. You know, it's just zany situations and the people and the mix of them driving the car around this world that's filled with monsters and all this stuff. I mean, it's hard to explain until you play it, but
That sells me harder than anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they could easily go and say, okay, we're going to make this game. We're going to spend $100 million on it. We need to make $200 million on it, so it has to be as vanilla as possible. And they didn't do that. Right?
No,
I mean, it's as
definitely
weird
not.
as can be. And it just to me, like the guys on a road trip is that speaks to me. Like
Awesome.
I've done enough road trips with my buddies that are my favorite things in life, and just the stuff that they're doing and the conversations that they're having when the car's broken down and they're trying to push it to a gas station and stuff is just like so awesome. But the only negative that I have is Sydney's boobs. They're just way too weird. I don't know what's going on with those things.
They're very firm.
They're beyond firm. They're like stone. I mean, they literally look like they're made out of stone. I don't know what's going on with them.
Well, because that's not in the Japanese forte, though. Unless you're into hentai. And
that's a whole different show, Jeff.
That's YouTube
topic,
RedTube.
different time.
But so yeah, I watched Preacher last week. Watched Game of Thrones, obviously.
So good.
Red Secret Empire. Everything was great. That was my week.
Everything's
Last
great.
2 episodes are great.
Well,
So-
everything.
Preacher.
Most things are great.
I was too busy to watch Preacher. I got to get to it soon here. But Game of Thrones.
Dude, don't get started on it.
Was that the greatest Game of Thrones episode ever?
Not just Game of Thrones. That's up there, top 3 greatest episodes of any
Of
series.
television, right?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah.
I had
And
people
Yeah.
that don't give a shit about fantasy tell me at work today that is the best hour of television I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was for me. I mean, me and the wife sat down after that and we're just like, holy shit, was that the greatest thing ever? I think
I
it
was
was.
standing
I
up
don't
the
know.
entire time.
I
I was
kept
so
rewinding
angry, I
it.
couldn't sit down. I was like in front of the TV like, there's no way that Jamie fucking dies now.
Hey, no spoilers yet.
Nothing happened. I know. Hey.
Stop it.
Conjecture.
That was some
Just saying.
spoiler right there.
And when it ended,
Just
but I mean,
stop
when it ended and it's just black.
Okay,
and
stop
then
it. Stop it.
Oh,
Stop. We're going to do our other full spoiler show in a minute. We'll get to it then. So yeah, I'll add on to. I'll go through my week here. We're going long. I started watching Fear the Walking Dead, the current season, this past week, and I got 2 episodes into it. I don't know if I'll keep watching, to be honest. I feel like they're just in another situation, like every other one that all the survivors are always in. They did the first episode was actually kind of thrilling, I thought, for a Walking Dead show, and they did. I feel like they went a little bit weird 70s horror editing with it in a way that The Walking Dead doesn't usually, that I kind of liked. But then, like I say, once I got a few episodes in and it's just kind of status quo, I think I might be done with it.
Yeah.
We'll see though.
Wasn't awesome.
Yeah, big death as always, but yeah, there's always a big death or two here or there.
Yeah.
The Game of Thrones again. We'll talk about that later. The one thing that I really wanted to talk about is that my parents came into town and took the family out to this laser tag place.
Laser
downtown.
tag. I saw that.
Yeah. Now this is way cooler than the laser tag that I remember as a kid, where you all had the plastic stuff and the light thing on your chest. This stuff was heavy metal weapons that had real scopes on them. And like literally, I could be 300 yards from somebody, and if I had them in my scope, I could watch them be like, and as I hit them, like it was perfect.
Awesome.
They set up this whole block in downtown here that was all fenced off, and it looks like it used to be a lumber mill. So they had all these buildings that were kind of half open to the sides, but had walls and whatnot. And then they had some military trailers and stuff parked in there, and a bunch of pallets and stuff set up for cover. And we had clearly, whoever starts this, plays a lot of Call of Duty. They, it was me, my mom, my wife,
God.
and these 2 teenagers against my dad, my 2 kids, and 2 teenagers. And the first thing we did was the death match. The next thing we did was they had like this crate that had buttons on it that were your colors, and you go and hold down the button for 5 seconds, and it would start playing your song, and it would click off a timer. So we played for 15 minutes, and whoever had the most time at the end of that was the one who won it. We had one where you had to carry a bomb from point A to point B.
Yeah, I saw that.
Whoever was carrying the bomb could only go toe to heel while they were walking. So they were going slow while trying to do it or whatever. But just a lot of fun,
That's awesome.
and killed me. I mean, killed me. once we're halfway through a round and you die, you have to go back to this respawn point that's in your base to get your gun turned back on. And I'm running back there and just and the teenagers just go pew, 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 and I'm just like, where's the water? Help me! But it was a lot of fun. I mean, we got out of that. My 11-year-old was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever done in my life. Like, he totally hyped on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a ton of fun.
I'm in on that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was cool. I was skeptical over how much I would like it. And I definitely had a blast playing it for sure. And then I did, other than my spree of games I played the other day, was played this game called That's You. It's free on PlayStation right now, and
I saw that.
It's got this it's got a cool concept. So when my parents were here, what you do is you plug your telephone into it's the first time I've ever used, the PlayStation has a built-in hotspot that I've never used, and it has a built-in hotspot. Mm-hmm. I've never used it in any game ever, but what you do for this game is it turns on your PlayStation's hotspot, and then everybody connects their phone. Yeah, everybody connects their phone to the PlayStation, and then it asks you these questions about stuff, and then you answer them, and however many people get things right, you get points for it, sort of thing.
That's awesome.
Awesome concept. The questions are terrible. Terrible. It was not fun at all for us to play. It was like...
Okay. That sucks. That's a big deflation.
Yeah, it was like who's most likely to be the class clown in high school, and I'm sitting there with my parents trying to play that. So,
that's awful.
Yeah, it had a potential to be like a Cards versus
Against Humanity.
Yeah, it's good technology, though, if they employ it right.
Correct. It gave me hope for something like that. And apparently you can play with like up to 16 people or something connecting their phones to it. So again, if it done the right way, it could be cool. But I deleted it off my PlayStation after one game because the questions were so stupid. And then I did, I'm kind of between games right now since I beat Uncharted 3, and I want to take some time off before I go to 4. And so this week, when I had some free time for a day, I literally just sat on the couch and went through and played all my backlog games for like an hour or two each. So I played Resident Evil 7, Downwell, Dragon's Crown, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Final Fantasy 15, Retro City Ransom, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Hitman. I played some Zen Pinball. In The Walking Dead. So I played all that stuff.
Fit that on your PlayStation? I can't even imagine that space.
Got 2
terabytes. Got way more than that.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
I'm only rocking a 500 gig.
Yeah.
Those are terrible.
It's only like $100.
To add on?
It's must-have.
Yeah, we got it. But the PS4 supports external hard drives now, so...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Oh, yeah, that's true. I have an external hard drive. I'll just do that.
Wait, the original PS4 does?
Yeah.
Was there an update or something?
Yeah, they updated it. You can, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Corey went through most of those. I will say, out of all those, the ones that we didn't talk about, Downwell. Anybody play that?
No, I got it, but I didn't play it.
Yeah, it's free, and I would suggest it. Put it on, play it for a minute. It's old school, score-based game.
Oh wow!
It's you're a little dude falling down a well. And it's got old, it almost looks like vector graphics or whatnot.
Yeah, I see that. Wow.
You blast out of your feet at the things that are under you, and it's once you kind of get in a rhythm, it's very fun. I gotta say, I played for 5 seconds and said,
crazy.
"Why the hell am I playing this?" And I played for 3 minutes, and then I was stuck playing it for another hour. So I would definitely suggest that.
Sweet.
The other thing, super late to the party. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is awesome. I love it. And then the other thing is Hitman. They put out a free trial for that, and that game it's a lot of fun. I gotta say.
Yeah, I like the Hitman series, to be honest.
Yeah. The way that you kind of set up, you want to get in there without alerting anybody, and you're taking dudes out in closets and then stealing their clothes, and then that gives you access to certain areas based on what jobs they have and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun to play that. I'd recommend that to everybody. So yeah,
nice.
That was it. I didn't get a chance to read anything. I haven't watched any movies, but yeah, and Fear the Walking Dead and Game of Thrones rules the world. I mean, I try to go into this with like a critical mindset, like where before I watch a show, I'll be like, okay, it's really just a soap opera with gratuitous sex and violence to draw us all in, and I'm going to try and be a little bit take myself away from this and be a little bit critical towards it. And then I just watch these episodes and just like,
No, it blows you away. And you know what?
I'm crying. I'm laughing.
You know what I noticed? Because of the spectrum of people that maybe I have contact with or whatever, it is one of the most universally acclaimed shows I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, in this world that we live in where everything is like split and everybody's narrow and they only watch this or this or this,
Yeah.
that show covers everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody watches it.
So in Star Wars news this week, a couple things happened. First of all, Corey, you wanted to talk some Rogue One real quick?
Well, I just wanted to say I started watching it. It's on Netflix now.
Yep, it is.
So
It's awesome.
for anybody who has it, to rewatch it, it's on Netflix.
All right, cool.
I only watched like a half hour of it and I was ready for bed, but I'll start watching it again.
Gotcha. So first bit of news came out was episode 9's script. It's getting a rewrite.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Heard that.
Yeah, so
because that's the right layout.
Yes. Yeah, you assume that's what it is, right? Right, exactly. Some people act like they're nervous about that. Like, I feel like they did the same thing with Rogue One, and could not have turned out better. So
Yeah.
I got no.
Should be fun.
I mean, how do we even know?
Yeah, right. We don't. Yes,
Like,
exactly. Right,
There's no way to.
And at this point, with the 2 films that Disney's put out, they have 100% of my trust and faith that they're going to do it good.
Absolutely. Except when they're mining your kids' data.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right. Yeah, it is what it is. So the other bit of news is Disney World, more Disney World / Disneyland. New content waiting at the Star Wars amusement parks to be built in not content with waiting for Star Wars amusement parks to be built, Disney is introducing VR experiences at Disneyland and Walt Disney World later this year. The experience, titled Star Wars Secrets of the Empire, is being built by VR immersion company The Void. Apparently they've made some things about Ghostbusters, and that they put in Madame Tussauds in New York. That's supposed to be pretty cool. So it just says Disney and The Void plan to launch Star Wars Secrets of the Empire this year at Disney's Downtown Disney. So if you know what Downtown Disney is, that's basically their open to the public area that has restaurants and bars and stuff like that, and stores and things like that. So that's pretty cool, because we actually, when we do Disney with my parents, we'll like go get a hotel and then walk down there and have dinner some night or whatever. So that'd be cool. Apparently this is top of the line virtual reality experience, which to me sounds cooler than the theme park role playing stuff that we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So just in the only other bit of news, they dropped a new poster.
Oh, dude,
Yeah, that's the one that Jeff put up?
Yes.
that was a badass poster.
I looked it up and I feel like that wasn't an official poster though.
It might not be. I don't know. I can't remember where I got it from. Dude, I was just there.
We'll have to
playing
fact
Dragons.
check. We'll have to
All
fact
right.
check.
I'll check it out. I'll
yeah.
be sure to leave a comment.
All right, good. We appreciate that. So yeah, not a ton of news this week. We're gonna do next week. We're gonna do the Star Wars.
Yeah, it's
for
a
the,
fan poster. I'm looking it up right now.
Is it? Okay. All right.
I
Well,
got
it
a
was
bus-
cool.
Oh, look
It
at
was
that.
cool.
Live.
It was
Research
cool.
live.
Yeah, so we'll do Star Wars number 34 for Comic Book Club next week. We're incorporating that into the show, so get ready
Back
for
to
that
being
one.
good.
Yep. Yep. Hopefully. This week in gaming news, not a lot. Brief this week. We got Mighty Number 9. Any of you guys familiar with the history of Mighty Number 9?
No,
No, I don't.
Okay.
I've never even heard of it.
Fill me in.
Mighty Number 9 is the game. It's created by the man who was behind Mega Man back in the day.
Right.
Unfortunately, I don't have his name right here. That being said, he left,
Concept.
Yeah, he left Capcom however long ago, and is on his own doing his own thing. And he started a Kickstarter for this game that was billed as the spiritual successor to Mega Man, and came out. It's a terrible game. Terrible game. Everybody hated
Mighty
it.
Number 9 is?
Yes, everybody across the board gave it bad reviews. Came out and took literally the game has been out for I don't know a year and a half now. Still hasn't published on all the different platforms that the Kickstarter said it would. And then the award that you were supposed to get if you were a Kickstarter was going to be a box that looked like an NES box that came with a color instruction book with it to go with your thing. So you had a vintage looking piece of, memorabilia to go along with this. So they finally started showing up to people a year and a half later now, and the booklets are in black and white. They're not full color, and they don't fit inside the box. Right? Like they don't. It's not the same thing as if you got an NES box or whatever.
That's some
because
next
everybody
level
assumes
trolling
it would
right
be.
there.
Yeah, right. So,
Woo.
Kickstarter has had some successes, but all in all, I hear more bad stories than good. And this was the most high-profile bad story out of gaming in a long time.
Wow.
What about that one though that I just read where people backed it for like a year? They heard some updates, and then they dumped it and gave it to another company that bought it, and the Kickstarter's there. I just read an article about it. I can't.
I know what you're talking about. I saw that too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of stories like that. That's the problem with Kickstarter nowadays is that these indie companies are going on there looking for crowd support, and they're just hoping that there's enough show of interest there that some big publisher picks them up instead. And then the spirit of Kickstarter is that you're not an investor, you're just kind of a donator. You know what I mean? It's not like you're getting money out of that investment that you make in them. So, it just feels kind of slimy when they're just using that to get a real publisher instead. Like, why not just talk to a real publisher like everybody does?
Well, they probably got kicked to the curb.
Correct.
5.6 on IGN. Mighty Number 9.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, it was a mess. Then, speaking of things that aren't a mess, Nintendo came out with their financials lately. The Switch has sold 4.7 million. They over-exceeded the amount of Switches that they thought they were going to sell. They're still not on store shelves anywhere. A year ago, Nintendo's financials were losses now, and the Switch so far has been a big success for them financially. Anyways.
Wow.
But Nintendo always does that. I remember when a Nintendo came out.
They undersell?
They always underproduce demand.
They want it to be this year's Christmas thing, too, so they try and build the hype for it. But that being said, I don't know.
We're getting a price drop?
No, not this year. Not when you can't even find it on shelves.
No, they're not going to drop it for another 2 years, probably. They'll drop it when, like, the PS5 and the Xbox, whatever
come out.
Designation they come out. Yeah.
Right. In 2019.
Yeah.
Yup. And then the final thing, so the whole kind of internet was enraged by the fact that the new Metroid game that's coming out next month for the 3DS, there's unlockable content. There's DLC that you need to buy Amiibos to access. And some of the things are like the hard mode is one of those things. So something that's on the disc already, not disc, but cartridge, it's on the cartridge. They're sending, when you pay your money for the cartridge, the code for that is on the cartridge, but they want to lock it until you go buy the toy to push on the thing as well. So people are kind of up in arms about it. I got to be honest. I feel like, to my mind, people get too cranky prematurely about DLC. I feel like that I've been burned by buying some stupid DLC before, that's for sure. But I've also played games like The Witcher that are, an 80-hour awesome experience for $60. Fuck, I feel like they could have charged me $100 for that. And then they want to sell some DLC, and it's, whatever. It cost me $20 to get another 30 hours of something that I really love. Like, I feel like if I'm okay with buying the toys if the price of what they're giving out is good, you know.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my own personal
Yeah.
thought. But just DLC in general and stuff that's on the disc. You know, Nintendo did that with Breath of the Wild, also with that hard mode and whatnot. You
Yeah,
know,
with
they
the
locked that
Amiibos.
behind
I
DLC.
guess. I mean, I don't know. Does PlayStation do it that often?
Well,
They have
every
Connect
game
all the
DLC.
products?
Every
No.
game
I'm
has
not saying
DLC.
DLC. I'm saying like the connection of products in order to get somewhere else, where you have to buy like 3 different elements that have nothing really to do with each other to get DLC.
Not PlayStation themselves, but
No.
game designers do.
Yeah. Well.
But not PlayStation.
But that's different,
Neither
right?
does
That's
Xbox.
different. Yeah.
That's
Well, I
different
don't think-
because
Nintendo's geared
Nintendo's
more
is-
kids.
I don't think hard mode should be a DLC.
right.
That's for
No.
sure.
No,
I mean,
that should be unlock it.
Shit.
yeah, it should be available right away. If not, something you can unlock. I mean, I agree with DLC, and like you said with The Witcher and like Uncharted Lost Legacy, that's basically going to be a new game. I mean,
Right.
certain stuff like that, and to it, I guess for single player games, DLC where you can buy cool stuff to have your character be more beasting, but you'll get it by playing it anyways. I don't really care about. The only stuff I care about is pay to win stuff where you can buy
Right.
XP bonuses and stuff in competitive games.
Yeah.
But
But that's what I
Or-
like. I like how Overwatch does it, where you can buy the loot crates and everything you unlock is just aesthetics. It
yeah,
doesn't give
that's
you boost.
fine. Yeah.
Or you can just earn loot crates as you level up. You'll get so many.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just feel like, to me, the bottom line is, if this game comes out and it's a 15 to 20 hour awesome Metroid experience, then I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But if
I'll
it's
be totally
kind of
into it.
easy and you would have preferred to play it on hard mode, but you have to buy an amiibo to be able to do that, you would care.
Yeah, that won't be.
I mean, Tomb Raider, for example, I thought the normal mode was too easy. It was too easy. If I would have had to have paid to make it an enjoyable combat, then I would have.
Yeah.
I'd be annoyed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Additional story content that they make post game, I feel like is different. Like a lot of publishers for DLC will make their game, release it, and then start working on the DLC, like Naughty Dog and CD Projekt Red does.
Sure.
And that's
Even
great.
Infamous and, yeah.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that. You know, if it's a great game that they're making extra content for, that you can, it's optional to buy later. Hell yeah, but don't sell me an incomplete game and expect me to pay
Yeah.
to complete it.
Right.
Like, that's when it's bullshit.
I don't know if
So-
many game companies do that anymore. I know that a few tried to do that, and then I
It
think
didn't work out too well, yeah.
you see that more on, I think, phone games
Right.
for phones,
Right.
Yeah.
where you have like Mobile Strike. Mobile Strike is a classic one where, in order to progress past a certain base level, you have to spend real money
Yeah.
in order to progress.
Right.
I'm stuck on a. I don't play many mobile games, but I'm stuck on one right now, and it's
Candy
just.
Crush.
No, it's called Adventure Express by Adult Swim.
Express. Check it
Adult
out.
Swim puts it out. Yeah. It's some stupid like Tetris game.
So the one last thing I just want to say is that, have you guys seen the Metroid Amiibo?
No.
Google the squishy Metroid Amiibo. It's awesome. It's really cool. I'd buy it either way. It's good stuff.
All right.
All right.
Speaking of, have y'all bought any recent Funko Pops?
Oh,
My youngest.
that's the
his jam,
Metroid.
so-
Yep.
Yeah, the Metroid
No.
cracking out of the case.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's awesome.
Nice.
It's awesome.
That's very
Like,
classic.
oh, is that Mother
Metroid.
Brain? Look at
Yeah.
that.
No.
Wow.
No, it's not Mother Brain. It's the small.
All right.
Do your thing, Woody. Do your thing, Woody.
Comic news. Kind of similar story with comics this week. Not a whole lot of content coming after Comic-Con. It's like same thing as post E3. Not a ton of comic news, but had a few big things. The biggest thing that kind of just happened, Netflix purchased Millarworld, which is also apparently their first acquisition in general. Netflix as a company. So, yeah, I love Mark Millar's stuff. He does great stuff. Kick-Ass.
I haven't read any of it.
You haven't read Kick-Ass?
Well, no, I've seen the movie. I haven't read any of it.
Oh, the Kick-Ass
Any Millar stuff.
Kick-Ass is really awesome. I've read a few different things, but the deal doesn't include Kick-Ass or Kingsman.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
damn.
I think obviously though, Kick-Ass and Kingsman being the success that they are is what prompted this, right?
Yeah, totally. And but I love the stuff that I have read. I mean, I've read all the Kick-Asses. I know I've read something else by him. He's definitely does some good work.
Didn't he do one of the Civil Wars?
I think so.
Yes,
He's done a bunch of stuff for Marvel and DC. And he's done stuff for all the different.
Did the first one. I think.
So yeah, he does great stuff. And they're saying it's a strategic move to own and develop its own universe of superhero TV series and films. So sounds cool. It's the more good superhero stuff out there, the better. I always say so. I think my thought about Netflix shows also has changed since Stranger Things. You know what I mean? I feel like if this is like their next new thing after that, and even the what was it, Castlevania was decent and stuff, but Stranger Things was incredible.
I never got to chime in on Castlevania. I loved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
You can love it.
I thought
I
it was
freaking
good.
loved it. I mean, I liked it even that preliminary 4-episode thing. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea to like kind of dip your toe in the water to test the market.
I agree.
See how people react to it, and then boom.
And the story is like the prologue to the real thing.
Yeah, I think Warren Ellis is fucking hilarious, but anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's kind of a big deal. Netflix first acquisition, and Millarworld.
It's a big deal.
He's fired up about it. If you look at his Twitter and stuff,
I saw that.
I read the article.
Yeah.
Very hyped.
He said it was very more like family. Didn't he say a family feel? It was like he came home and it was perfect fit.
Yeah. So
it could make it awesome. I mean, it could be. Netflix is. You don't really know because there's a lot of questionable stuff on.
There.
Yeah, exactly. And they always put it at the top, so you're forced to see it. But there might be some good stuff in there. If he's got a good source material, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, hopefully we get some good stuff out of that. Other stuff, going Deadpool 2. We got our first look at Domino and Cable. So
the Domino picture's awesome, right?
Yeah.
I think so. There's a lot of
people. Was awesome.
People raising hell about it, of course, because she's got a fro. But I think she looks amazing.
Yeah, she doesn't have a fro in the books. That's not exactly what she looks like in the books, obviously.
Right, but
she looks awesome.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the books. So.
Right.
Well, not even Cable really looks like in the books.
Yeah.
And for people that watched Atlanta too, that chick is awesome. She's perfect.
I saw the Cable one.
I haven't seen Atlanta. Donald Glover made that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to watch that. Everybody keeps talking about that.
It's really good.
But yeah, Cable looks awesome. The one thing with the Cable picture that a lot of people are talking about is the theory that Hope Summers is going to be in this. If you look at the Cable picture, he's got a teddy bear on his side.
Yes.
And if you follow Cable at all, he led Hope through.
They can do House of M?
Who knows? I mean, we don't know. That she hasn't even been confirmed, but
dude, if Fox starts doing that, wow.
Yeah, and I guess his stunt double was wearing like a cape, which he wears when he's traveling through time with Hope in the books, and apparently in the teaser for Deadpool 2, Hope was in graffiti in the phone booth. The word Hope.
She was. Yeah, it was.
So. Rumors there. Hope Summers possibly in Deadpool too.
You know, that's
So.
that's the cool. This is how I like to promote a movie right now. Do a bunch of Easter eggy shit like that. Have a
Yeah.
trailer that nothing in that trailer is going to be in the movie.
Mm-mm.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just a
Yeah.
tone setting thing, you know. Have Cable. I finally just saw this picture of Cable. I hadn't seen it before. It looked like this. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I got
Yeah.
I got high hopes for this movie.
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
Because that
Agreed.
trailer, because in that trailer for Deadpool 2, everyone kept saying that that's Uncle Ben laying there dying,
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's very reminiscent of that scene.
Right. So, yeah, and then with Domino as another thing, I was just reading there. The director, David Leitch or whatever, was talking about Domino's powers. She has really good luck, is like her
Yeah.
superpower. And at first, they apparently he was saying that they thought it might be kind of a challenge, but then they're having a character with her abilities. At first, they thought it was going to be tricky, but then they just thought that it's like the coolest opportunity ever to show that in film. And when you think about it, watching her do super lucky things in combat and stuff with
Hell
that being
yeah.
her superpower could be really awesome. in
Yeah,
the
of
movie,
course.
so.
Absolutely.
And especially alongside Deadpool making comments
Yeah.
about it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm super hyped for Deadpool 2 coming out
And
June
Cable.
1st. Yeah, I mean
Cable.
it's looking to be awesome for sure. So, yeah,
June next year? Is that
June
June
1st,
2018?
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, other news: Ant-Man and Wasp began filming August 1st. Has a new logo. Says Ant-Man and Wasp. Red and white. Evangeline Lilly.
Really?
Wasp. She posted a picture of on Twitter of herself saying she's Wasp ready. She's looking buff with her. She's got some beast in arms in it.
Nice.
So she's ready to be the Wasp.
Well, she
And
had
then
me
they-
since she was in Lost.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I'm that's another movie that I loved. Ant-Man 1. I loved him in the Civil War. I'm ready for him to be his kind of comedy alongside like the Guardians
Deadpool?
and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
it'll never be alongside
Well,
Deadpool because the world
yeah.
just hates us. But yeah,
yeah.
it'll be
And
good. It'll
then
be good.
it should be good. And they had a summary of the movie came out too. From the Marvel Cinematic Universe comes a new chapter featuring heroes with the astonishing ability to shrink, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Nice.
In the aftermath of Captain America Civil War, Scott Lang grapples with the consequences of his choices as both a superhero and a father. As he struggles to rebalance his home life with his responsibilities as Ant-Man, he's confronted by Hope Van Dyne and Hank Pym with an urgent new mission. Scott must once again put on the suit and learn to fight alongside the Wasp as the team works together to uncover secrets from their past.
Which means
Paul Rudd's
old
awesome.
Wasp,
Yeah.
right? Which means old Wasp, right?
Yeah,
They got to go get her.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. That's what it sounds like. So,
Janet.
yeah, Janet.
Janet.
Oh, that's coming out July 6th, 2018.
Mm.
So, yep, should be awesome. And then other news: Wonder Woman 2 got a release date coming out December 13th, 2019.
That just
Oh,
passed
dude.
400 million domestically, I think.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, it's huge.
Wow.
Really good. So,
Yeah, since Star Wars moved out of that Christmas window, and they're saying for May, then now we can get comic book movies around Christmas.
yeah. So, yeah, Wonder Woman's December.
What time are we living in?
We got
Oh,
Justice
Hollywood
League
ran out
in
of content.
November. Justice League, then Aquaman, then Shazam, and then Wonder Woman.
They're all going to be awful. Every one of those movies will be bad.
Starting with the Justice League.
I'm holding up hope for Batgirl, which isn't undated yet, to be good.
Yeah.
Who have they cast who they're gonna play Batgirl?
I don't think
No.
so.
Yeah. That's all I got.
I got one more for you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Guardians of the Galaxy Blu-ray commercial. You guys see it?
No.
Megacy put it on our Facebook group.
Music video thing?
Yeah, it's
the Hasselhoff
it's a commercial. One? Yes, it's a commercial for the Blu-ray, and it's a 3-minute disco song of all the actors from Guardians of the Galaxy dressed up in like 70s gear and just totally dancing their asses off. That's like the whole thing. And then Hasselhoff comes out and sings in the middle of it, and then it goes back. Like, it's awesome. Their wigs and mustaches and stuff are so good that I couldn't even discover, like, I couldn't tell who they were until I was like pausing it and going back and figuring out like person by person who they all are and stuff. But it's some funny shit. It is really, really good, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll check it.
Nice. I want to check it out.
Yep. Dirk, what do you got for comics this week? You gotta have some stuff to throw in there, huh?
Yeah.
Any picks? Picks.
What am I?
news?
Yes. Picks. I think I've talked about this already, but I have to restate this. People need to go out and get that all-new Guardians of the Galaxy book. It is.
Right.
It has replaced Jessica Jones as my favorite Marvel book.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to catch up.
It's. I mean, if you like the movies, you will love that book. It's like that same like James Gunn sort of humor throughout, and that team is just great. I think Drax is a pacifist in the book now, and he's trying not to fight. Yeah, and yeah, it's awesome. And the Rocket book is great. Outside of that, I think. Oh, Paper Girls on Image is great. Monstrous is also awesome. So go and check those out.
And Murder Ballads. We're gonna have
Murder Ballads.
Yeah, next week
Which we'll
we should have
talk about next
Ballads.
week.
Yeah, the author of Murder Ballads on the show, Gabe Soria, good buddy of mine, and
Great.
yeah, so that's more CBBC homework. Everybody read Murder Ballads before next week.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
What?
last thing. The rumors about a Avengers 5 lineup.
Okay.
For the movie?
Yes, for the movie.
Does that mean the second Infinity War movie, or is that beyond?
No, this is the one after that.
Okay.
The next
All right.
one after that. When they introduce Phase 4.
Sure.
So they're going to have, obviously, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man, possibly Spider-Man, Black Panther. And then the big shocker that everybody's freaking out about is the possibility of Moon Knight being on the team. But I think they would have to, yeah, I know. They would have to introduce him somewhere else to lead up to it. And I haven't heard any announcement of a Moon Knight movie, or maybe they have. I don't know. Corey, have you heard anything?
I haven't. Why are people saying
I don't know. It was actually titled Rumor. So I don't know.
Right. I mean, that would be
Yeah.
my favorite Marvel character that's not currently in anything, for sure.
Yeah.
I was a Moon Knight guy when I was younger.
I thought he might come up in the Netflix universe.
Right.
You know, because he's
The
more of a
Netflix universe.
well, no,
Just
like
say-
the Defenders universe on Netflix. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's sort of in that
Marvel
realm.
Knights.
Yeah, Marvel Knights. Yeah.
You didn't you say Moon Knight wasn't crazy when you used to read about him, Nate?
That is correct.
He's crazy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crazy as fuck.
Yes, I'm well aware. Yes, but he was not in the '90s. Moon Knight was not an insane person.
Well, they gave it to Jeff Lemire and just basically let him run free with it. He's like going nuts.
I'm down with both options, though. To be honest, either way, it's cool with me.
Oh, I'd love a delusional superhero. Anyway,
Right. All right. Let's move on. Okay, we're getting back to doing our YouTube shout-outs. I had a little week off, and we had to put a couple shows in the can, and we missed some people along the way. We do this every week. We want to say thank you to people in the YouTube community that supported us. We went up a big number. I don't even remember what the heck it was last time. Let me see
670?
here. We were at 675.
675.
Yep, and
Hey.
up to, what are we up to now?
689.
689.
Yeah, right. So thank you so much, all the new subscribers. Really appreciate it. Can't say enough. So what we'd like to do is just give a quick shout out to everybody. If you're watching our show, these are other YouTube content creators that do some good stuff out there. Their names will be, and links to their channels will be in our description. Please, when you're done watching the video, open up our description, go through the list, hit these people's channels, subscribe to them. It's all good stuff. The first one that I want to kind of just spotlight, Scotty Lindsay. I know this guy is actually, his YouTube channel doesn't do a lot because he's basically, I don't know, the driving force, if not one of the driving forces behind this podcast that I found this week called The Gaming Outsider. They actually booked me to be on their podcast in December, and I met them over Twitter and whatnot, and started listening to their podcast, and I was talking to them about all this stuff and real high quality stuff. It's on iTunes, it's on all the big podcast deals, so everybody, I can't recommend enough. The Gaming Outsider is what it's called. Really super cool. I think what really makes them stand out from everything else that I listen to is that they're positive about everything. There is no negativity on it. They have like a catchphrase. It's like, there's no bad games. There's only games that aren't for you, sort of thing.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah, right. It's cool. And they're definitely, like I say, the positivity is cool when you if you're like me and you get a lot of content throughout the week from IGN and GameStop and Kotaku and all these other places that are kind of snarky content aimed at millennials, you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's refreshing to see some guys that are nothing but positive about everything. So that's my big shout out, The Gaming Outsider. So some other ones that came across this week: PlayStation Hub, PKGo.Satrix22, Drunk Monk. I like the Drunk Monk. And Mox Ion.
Greg Pool.
Yeah. I got Atlas Gaming 9461, Bulldog 83, Bulletproof Beard, Clearly Crackers, and Solomon Raptor.
Bulletproof Beard, Clearly Crackers. Some good names in there.
That is some good ones. I got Rebecca Willingham, IRL, Josh Stapleton, Scary Terry Biatch,
wow,
and Stellar Man Gaming.
And me and Tony have Hex Panic, Miraculous Fox, Eigenism, Midnight Wolf, Crazy Jarvis 1990, and Erkin Knight.
Nice.
Yeah.
So me and Corey like to do the name of the month, or of the week. This week's name of the week for me is a no-brainer. It's Scary Terry Biatch.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. Scary Terry Biatch.
I like that one.
Yeah.
But thank you to everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Really appreciate it. So we're going to move on to our full spoilers topic. This week we're going to move the comic book club into Comically Gaming. We're going to do that going forward. Next week's book is going to be Star Wars number 34. No, Walking Dead?
Walking Dead next week, yeah.
Walking Dead, what is it, 171?
170.
170. So next week's Comic Book Club will be The Walking Dead number 170. Try and read that before the show next week, and then we'll talk our way through it. If you're caught up, though, on Secret Empire, this week's full spoiler topic is Secret Empire number 7. So, stick around for that. Otherwise, if you're done, thank you for watching. This has been Comically Gaming, episode 64. We love you.
See y'all in a little bit.
Later.
Comic Book Club. This week, doing Secret Empire number 7. A big step forward in the series.
For sure. Going full spoilers.
Full, massive spoilers. Just to kick it off, Corey, what'd you think about it as an issue whole?
As a whole, I thought it was an awesome issue. It's kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
But really good. Yeah. I mean the art's awesome again.
That's what I was gonna lead off with was the return of Andrea Sorrentino. Man, he is vital to that series.
Yeah, thank God he's back.
Vital.
It looks awesome. I mean, just he shows the emotion. When Cap's kneeling and the fighting scenes, blood splattering all over, and
dude, there's just something. Yeah, he adds. He is that series as far as I'm concerned. Like. To give it to another artist should just be temporary, and he needs to have the lead on it. It's just
really. I'd almost rather him delay it until he can give him some extra time or something, rather than pull a sub in like they do. That's what I hate it when they do that. They try and rush these out so quick that they ditch the artist sometimes. But
and no knock on the new guys or the guys that fill in. I mean. That's good stuff, but it's just his art is so tied to the tone of this series.
Yeah, that's framed with her and Frank.
Yeah,
with all in different tiles, and it's the 2-page with them on each side.
Those panels, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, just the art amazing,
phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, we got the Chitauri waves coming in. The Chitauri.
Yeah. Her telling Quasar to wake up.
Right, that sort of self-doubt, Captain Marvel. Black Widow trying to do what needs to be done in the old Wolverine style.
Yeah. Started with Steve and the Red Skull again.
Yep.
Still don't really know what's going on there.
No. It's like it feels like. Yeah, it feels like they're about to reveal a big chunk of that.
Yeah.
Sort of getting there. It's like we're learning a little bit more and more, but it's not enough to figure out what's happening in it.
Yeah. For sure.
And then Mosaic, the big reveal with Mosaic.
Yeah.
There in the middle. And then, I mean, but outside of the end of the issue, the Widow Punisher fight was just incredible. That is classic.
Yeah, that was awesome for sure. Yeah, I was almost wish it would have went on longer. The two of them fight.
I know. It's sort of the best
characters.
Absolutely, and it's like it's one of those dream team ups or fights like that you don't think about, but when it starts going, you're like, holy shit, I'm reading this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
it's going down.
I could have done a whole comic just of that fight between the two of them. Would have been amazing. And then I like her part with Spider-Man. How Spider-Man's, thinks he was destined to kill Captain America, and then I guess in the end it kind of turns out that he wasn't. But she liked him out, and he did know the word to get out of.
What was the password?
They didn't say it, but obviously he guessed it without knowing it. So it's kind of like that Visions was true, but then he didn't end up killing Cap.
There's something there about that, right? The fact that they don't reveal the password in the issue, Yeah. I don't know. Weird. Also, I think the idea that Punisher is not brainwashed, that he's doing this of his own volition, is real fucked up.
Yeah.
He's consciously doing this.
Yeah.
He is like, basically, I'm given the green light this time to finally do what I want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, damn.
That makes sense for the Punisher. Like with
absolutely.
At least like when Thor was on their side through his own free will, it didn't sit well with me. The Punisher being on their side, I'm like, okay, I can definitely see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. When the guys making the laws basically says like, yeah, well, your style is now the law of the land. It's like, damn. Yeah. That shot also of her swords going through his legs. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I was just like, whoa.
That was awesome.
Dude, it's just nonstop.
Yep. So obviously the biggest part of the issue, Widow down.
Widow down. I know.
Fucked up.
I mean, yeah, that's a heavy one, man.
It is a heavy one. I'm worried, like, earlier in the issue that they were talking about how Cap plans to bring everybody back. So I'm just automatically, I think that, like, okay, maybe they'll bring her back.
Yeah.
I hope they do, but at the same time, I hope they don't. Like, I don't want it to be a
Right.
fake out.
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah, it seems
I
like
don't want Natasha to be dead.
yeah, this series has taken out or laid out like a crazy amount of people. It's a heavy one.
Sure.
The other thing was like, it seemed like everybody was trying to kill Cap for a while, right? There's a sequence where it seems like they were legit like trying to take him out. It's like,
I think
damn.
Natasha was. That was her plan. For sure. But,
man, just heavy. I mean, R.I.P.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Black Widow.
R.I.P. Natasha, Black Widow. I hope you're not dead. But that was.
It'd be crazy to see it. I don't know if they'll ever even flirt with this storyline on film, but to see her go out on film would be incredible.
Yeah.
Especially in that, like, have Chris Evans like take her out.
Yeah.
Insane.
That I'm really glad they got, like we were saying, the artist back for it.
That shield shot.
That shield shot, and then her falling to the ground's like, no. She just looks out cold there, and then fucking, that's a big death.
That's a big one. And then I think the final iconic shot of Falcon was incredible.
Falcon, that was the other big part of the issue, return of Cap.
It's just seeing him. I mean, it could have been done like if you'd taken that exact piece of reveal, it could have been done very cheesily, but because it was him doing the art, it just like hit home hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Like so iconic visually.
Yeah.
That he's standing up there, and somebody pointed out that it matched the same frame as Cap with the hammer.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize.
That's true. Yeah, now that I think about it,
that's awesome. It's like visual Easter eggs kicking back and forth. Man, that was amazing. I'm excited for Nate to read it just because he's gonna miss out on this recap and be like, shit.
Yeah. So other than that, in the issue, Spider-Man didn't end up killing Cap.
Not yet.
Let them go. So I think in the vision, the vision that Vision told him this was the moment where he killed him. So maybe he does end up doing it. Maybe he doesn't do it.
There's some significance, like you said, though, to that password. I don't know what's going on there, but
and then Sharon tried to. For some reason, Steve thought Sharon would help him out.
No.
Oh no. And she went for the throat, and then now he's pissed. Going to war, says. So,
I think it's gonna start ramping up and get even crazier from here.
Yep, for sure.
GOT style.
Yep, starting to get wild. Yeah, we're getting near the end, so can't wait to see what's next.
Absolutely, awesome.
Totally awesome.
All right, everybody. I guess next week, what are we doing?
Next week's Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yep. Try and get caught up. You got a lot.
I do have a lot.